I will be giving a presentation that's titled Circular Economy Employment in the context of marine waste initiatives, and also looking at SME development. And really you'll find that the whole concept of a transition towards a circular economy has become a bit of a buzzword. There are quite a lot of research has found that using the idea of recycled material or resource efficiency in more of a cyclical manner as opposed to a linear manner will have a positive impact in terms of the green footprint, carbon emissions, and potentially in terms of employment and job opportunities. Now, the research that I've been doing doesn't have a definitive answer in terms of the extent of the job or employment opportunities. Some argue that there will be a bit of job shedding in the sort of traditional manufacturing in sectors that were not using a circular economy approach, and then the creation of more jobs in those environments that have adopted a circular economy approach. So that's still inconclusive. But what is clear is that from a political standpoint, our minister has endorsed the concept of a circular economy. So her budget vote in 2017 specifies, amongst the other numerous interventions, that we will adopt the circular economy approach, and there's an expectation that it will contribute to significant investment in employment creation. So looking at my presentation tomorrow is to try to couple that with the need to look at waste minimization and collection strategies within the marine waste environment. So I will be doing a little bit of an analysis, or looking for interactions around what is happening at a local level in terms of coastal waste collection at our coastal cities, and then looking at the demographics of those cities to see what are the levels of unemployment in those cities, SME development, and to see what are the opportunities in terms of bringing aspirant waste recyclers or those either startup or emerging enterprises that are interested in working within that sector. What is the scope for them to be involved in beach cleanups and similar type activities? And even further to that, there are a number of waste remediation technologies that are happening in other countries in terms of in the ocean itself. Again, is to see whether is there traction, is there scope, and is there a market to look at more entrants in that market space. Now, from a government standpoint, our focus area is in terms of radical economic transformation and looking at previously disadvantaged groups. We've got a very high unemployment rate amongst particularly youth and women. So again, there's a narrow focus, if you can call it that, in terms of seeing how we can uplift those particular sectors of our population groups. I won't have the answers in terms of tomorrow's presentation, but I would like to spawn a bit of debate and a bit of thinking around how we take these broad concepts, some that would call that are concepts that are very much endorsed by the developed world in terms of looking at waste minimizations in the marine sector, and trying to link it to tangible incentive-driven opportunities for our population, because we have a growing growing urban population, but at the same time a very significant unemployment rate. We're in a technical recession, so innovative strategies are required to be able to look to see how we can create jobs. As a government department, we have a number of initiatives underway. We've just concluded a plastic study to look at plastic flows within the country and how they make their way into encashment areas. We have put industry on terms with regards to extended producer responsibility programs. The minister has pronounced on 3 what we call industry waste management plans that we'll be expecting from industry, and that's namely electronic waste, paper and packaging, as well as lighting. So it's within the paper and packaging industry waste management plans where we have expectations that producers or all those role players in those sectors are going to present their plans in terms of how they're going to remediate that waste stream, but also look at how they'll be creating jobs. So
why did you leave out electronic products manufacturers?
Did I not say e-waste? No, so it's e-waste. It is okay. So it's 3 that are coming. So electronic waste is its own standalone plan, and then packaging and lighting. Packaging is another plan, and lighting is the 3rd one. Paper and packaging is the one. So e-waste, definitely, it's the fastest growing waste stream. So we identified that. But we're looking for these to be opportunities to actually grow an entire ecosystems linked to this whole circular transition to a circular economy. So that also means the manufacturers and the producers looking at how they're going to use recycled materials instead of virgin materials in terms of the production phase, and when they design products, having the end in mind that these products will eventually become input materials later. But with all of these things, it all works out to economics in terms of is it economically viable, and that should be interesting to note. The nice thing about this particular conference is that it's at the initial stages in terms of the development of an African marine waste strategy. So all of these interactions, all of the inputs and these talks are going to form the basis of the design of a strategy. So in many ways, you don't have to have the answers yet.